Hi, I'm Lenny, and in this video, I'm going to be discussing the first full trailer for the Christopher Nolan film Tenet. Let's get it. I'm just going to be discussing the things that are shown within the trailer itself. John David Washington and Robert Pattinson both lying on the ground but wearing these climber harnesses, what you would use for rock climbing or rappelling. And they are actually thrown or pulled toward this building, and then they run up the building with the harnesses and hop over the balcony. John David Washington, from here on out, I'm going to refer to JDW. JDW pulls out a gun with a silencer, which makes me believe they are either going to be performing some kind of hit, or they're doing a heist or some kind of task. Within the next scene, we see JDW within a train yard, and he's sitting on the train tracks, and he looks like shit. He looks like he's had a very rough day. Eyes are all kind of bloodshot. He looks sick. He looks like there's something wrong. Within this same scene, there's this actor that is always playing a bad guy, or a guy that walks the line of being a bad guy. And it's that bad dude from the film Limitless with Bradley Cooper, the guy who kind of steals the pills from him. Maybe Russian, not 100% sure. But you know the dude, if you saw him, this guy's always playing somebody shady. He's always a bad guy. And I got the feeling that he's probably a bad guy in this film. He's holding up some kind of pill, and he's holding it up in front of JDW. Looks like he forces him to ingest this pill, which either knocks JDW unconscious or it kills him outright. What leads me to believe that JDW is dead? Well, he looks like shit. He takes this pill. It looks like he's dead. Again, he could be unconscious, but at the same time, we are getting a voiceover within these clips that says the following: you chose to die instead of giving up your colleagues. That test you passed. Not everybody does. Welcome to the afterlife. With that being said, we are shown a clip of JDW waking up in a hospital bed. He has tubes in his nose, I believe, and the gentleman that is talking to JDW is the same dude that played the bad Senate Hydra guy in Ant-Man. Here, I don't get the feeling that he is a bad guy. Just because you're a bad guy doesn't make you a bad guy. Within the next couple of clips, we get some dudes rocking some very nice three-peats. Not three-peats. I don't know, three-peats, maybe three-piece. Now we have some clips of some gentlemen wearing three-piece suits. One of them is Robert Pattinson. We also get a voiceover from a female scientist talking about the possible end of the world and World War III, very ominously. So I guess there's really no good way to talk about that in an upbeat manner anyway. Next, we see this very large rescue boat going in reverse, and we see JDW doing pull-ups, working out, getting his work on the rail of that rescue boat. We see that same guy, the Hail Hydra dude, who was speaking to JDW when he was within the hospital bed. He's now speaking to JDW about the word Tenet. This makes me feel like this scene that we see on the rescue boat takes place very soon after JDW comes to in the hospital bed, and the Hydra gentleman is talking to him about the afterlife. So either all this takes place on the boat, possibly. So bad Hydra dude, which may not be a bad dude in this film, but we don't know yet, says that the word Tenet will open all the right doors. And some of the wrong ones too. Next we see JDW walking in England. Why do I think it's England? Because there's British looking cars and they have British license plate. JDW walks into this restaurant or possibly a cafe, and who does he sit down with? Good old Michael Caine. Within the next scene, we see the small speedboat with Kenneth Branagh on it. Kenneth Branagh. You would know him if you saw him, but that dude, who I'm trying to describe, he's on this boat which JDW is climbing up onto. The very next scene is a freeway car scene which shows Robert Pattinson driving the car that him and JDW are in reverse. which I believe they're driving in reverse. While JDW and Robert Pattinson are driving in the car, they witness a gray sedan in front of them get flipped over, roll a few times, and then reverse itself within time, go in reverse, get back on its wheels, and correct itself. What the just happened? The next thing that we see flash up on a black screen in white text is the word Tenet, with the last E and the last T upside down. You can spell Tenet the same way front to back, and it's spelled exactly the same. I don't think that this was happenstance. I don't think this was coincidence. I think this word is picked on purpose, especially with the theme of reverse seeming to play a prominent part within this trailer. In one of the very last scenes that we actually see in the trailer, JDW and Robert Pattinson are walking into this room separated by a pane of glass. Each is on the opposite side. There's a pane of glass which has bullet holes in it, about maybe 4 or more. Looking at the bullet holes and examining them, Robert says, "What the hell happened in here?" JDW responds, "It hasn't happened yet." JDW walks over to this door or this elevator or this cabinet, whatever it is, the damn thing opens, and this guy that's dressed up in impossible SWAT gear, looking like Snake Eyes from G.I. Joe, looks like he falls or jumps out in reverse towards JDW. And with that, the screen cuts to black and we get the release date of 7/17/20, and above the release date it says time runs out. So what exactly is taking place within Christopher Nolan's new film Tenet? Lord knows, because I sure as hell don't. But that is the good thing. I don't want to know exactly. I don't think I'll look any further into it, but I do love this trailer. Do I really believe that JDW's character is in the afterlife? I'm not 100% sure. It could just be the name of an agency, a shadow organization. I don't know. I don't know if they're in heaven, hell, purgatory, what. Would love to know what you think about the trailer and what you actually think is happening in the film. If you enjoyed this video and you want to see other videos like it, all you have to do is hit the YouTube logo down in the corner and you'll get a notification anytime I upload a new video. As always, thank you so much for your time. Thank you for allowing me to talk about these things that I'm passionate about. I am truly grateful. It means a lot. Thank you. Please be safe, be careful, and I'll talk to you soon.